Hi, I'm on slide 11, and hopefully you went through the interactive online where you saw the Snurple Punnett square, and there were corrected answers. Slides 12, 13, 14 also walk you through, so there are answers on each slide. I'm going to show you how this should have looked as you did it, and I'm going to narrate it so you kind of understand the thinking. So when you go through meiosis, there are 4 possible cells. So you can think of these squares as 4 different possibilities that this might end up with at the end of meiosis, and that's one reason we learn meiosis. And then it shows the possibilities of fertilization and possible offspring. So the square represents a lot of different things, but it is really just the possible offspring. So the way you do this, if it wasn't very clear, is you look at whatever it is the allele. So we're working with yellow and green seeds, which we've kind of kept constant. And whatever allele you're at, so let's say we're at this big yellow, basically it goes down. Same again. You don't have to do the sweeping. And once you get the hang of this, you're free to just type in to the boxes. So again, we are starting here. This allele will go down. So these are 2 different possible cells formed during meiosis. Okay, so that was the yellow allele. So these alleles during meiosis would get split up during meiosis 1. All right, so now we have this possibility of the green allele. So it will go down. Same here. Hopefully these boxes will be, this was the best thing I could think of. Once again, it will go down. So this represents, let's say the top is the mother. There's really no rule for which one has to be on the top, whether it's the mother or the father. And these are plants, so there's not a mother and father. But you can kind of put whichever one you want when you see these crosses. Okay, so the ones on the side, they go across. So you see how I drag that across? Across. Same with this one. So it's the same allele across. Okay, so then we go down to this one. Across. Across. All right, so these are the possible offspring from these 2 parents. So one possibility is that you have the heterozygous combination, capital Y from up here, lowercase y from over here. Now, many times students, if you end up doing this, lowercase y then capital Y, this is the same genotype. We just, in the norms we have, we always put capital first. It looks better. It's just how all scientists do it. So get in the habit of that. But again, I think I've said this before on another video, this is not incorrect. But when it comes to actually counting them, if you have capital Y, lowercase y, capital Y, these are the same genotype. All right. Then you might have the homozygous recessive, which is this one, lowercase y. All right, so you'll see it on the next slide, all solves for you, and it will take you into the next step.